pink equals girl and blue equals boy. That's what we're conditioned to think, right? Well, I did a little bit of research about how kids are conditioned with the toys that they play with and the clothes that they wear and the society around us, really. I wondered at what ages these stereotypes started to develop and if they ever went away. I also wondered if it differed between girls and boys. I talked to some kids from ages 2 to 12 to find out their opinions on the stereotypes of boys and girls. First, I asked them what their favorite color was and why.
Orange makes me happy. Blue, I remind me of the sky.
So do you like the color pink?
Rainbow, because they look pretty. Yellow, because I love it so much. Red, yellow, red, blue, red.
Orange. I also asked a few of them if they expected boys and girls to like certain colors. Favorite color?
No!
Kind
that
of.
kid.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Why? Like you expect girls to like pink?
What?
No. Do you think?
No. There are certain colors for girls and boys.
What color do you think your sister is gonna like?
My sister will like purple. No, and purple.
Do you think it's okay for your sister to like blue and orange like you guys?
Yes, because they make her happy and delighted.
Is it okay for boys to like pink and purple?
So it seems that the younger kids are, the more open-minded they are to liking different colors and thinking that someone else should like a different color. Then they get a little bit older and they start having these notions that girls should like pink and boys should like blue, but they're starting to question it. And the older they get, the more they realize that it doesn't really matter what color anyone likes. Next, I took a look at toys. If you're to walk through basically any store, you can pretty much tell which section is for girls and which section is for boys, even if they're not labeled. The girls section is pink and the boys section is dark, like blues and blacks, and that's just by walking by. If you were to go in those aisles, you would find that most girl toys are dressing up, playing with baby dolls, and cleaning and cooking. Walking through a boys aisle, you find lots of building and cars and problem solving. But toys shouldn't be gender defined. I mean, kids should be able to play with whatever toys they want to. When I asked these kids what they like to play with, it was kind of all over the board, but there was definitely some stereotypical answers.
I would like to play action figures.
You like to play with action figures? What about girl action figures like Wonder Woman and Owlette? Do you think they're cool?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite toy to play with? Do you think your sister will like to play with it?
Yeah.
Do you like to play with princess dolls?
Yeah.
Do you like to watch princess movies?
Yeah.
Would you ever play with a superhero action figure?
No. Superheroes from the movie Incredibles.
Would you ever play with a Princess Barbie doll?
Ew! No!
Wouldn't. What kind of toys do you think your sister's gonna play with?
He's gonna play with Tinker dolls, Tinker toys, video games with me.
Is it okay for girls to play with Legos and video games just like boys?
Yeah. Yep.
Is it okay for boys to like princess movies?
Is it okay for boys to play with princess toys like Barbies?
What about like video games and toys?
No! Girls play video games. My cousin plays with My Little Pony and he's 18.
I know plenty of girls that play video games.
Would you boys watch like a princess movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frozen 2 is coming out.
One thing that I found interesting is that when girls did play with boy toys, it was encouraged, but not a lot of boys played with girl toys, and they didn't seem to want to. Boys didn't want to play with princess dolls, but would play with girl action figures, even though they're essentially the same thing. The last thing that I asked a few of these kids were what they wanted to be when they grew up, because sometimes the toys they play with encourage one profession over another. For example, boys are encouraged to be engineers and doctors, while girls are encouraged to be mothers and beautiful.
I would like to be an engineer. I would like to invent things like this cup.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a baker. I want to bake chicken. A ballerina. Gotcha.
As I found before, the middle-aged kids did have some more stereotypical visions of what boys were supposed to do and what girls were supposed to do, but they still had aspirations to do whatever they wanted. So I hope this video gave you a little bit more insight onto how kids are affected by gender stereotypes from a very young age. If you want any more information, I did do a lot of research concerning the marketing side of toys and clothes and gender stereotypes, so you can click the link in the description to find that. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed!